hear you singing up there. Come on down to breakfast or I'm gonna eat your peaches.
Peaches?
Good morning, darling.
Morning, Mama. Peaches. Grandpa planted our peach tree, didn't he?
Yep, on the day I was born.
Mama, how did Grandpa build our house with one arm?
Oh, he had 2 arms when he built the house, darling. He lost his arm later on in the war.
Oh. I had that same dream again last night, the one about the fair. It ended different this time. I made a new song this morning.
Uh-huh.
Mama, what's a mortgage lien again?
Ivy, eat your peaches.
Can they really just take the house away, just kick us out?
Honey, I don't know what's gonna happen.
But how could Daddy just go to a bank and trade our house for money without you even knowing, without you giving a say-so? Your daddy built this place.
You're right, my daddy built this house. Couldn't be 2 folks less alike than your grandpa and your daddy. Your father, God rest his soul, did whatever the hell he wanted and left disaster in his wake. That no account.
But you loved him, right?
Let me tell you, darling. Your grandpa built this house with his own hands, straight out of his head, without a plan. He finished to perfection everything that he begun. He never swore, and he never drank, and he never had much fun. Your father was a different kind of bird, a sparkle in his eyes and in his words. And when he came a-courtin', well, he set my heart on fire. I never met a man quite like your daddy, Cosmo Wire. He told me that his friends all called him Slim. And as soon as we were married, I learned a few more things about him. He was a cad, a no account, and a no-show. Our wedding night, the first time he disappeared, he said he had to go talk to some friends. And then 2 days later, in a field of potatoes, I found him again. That's how he was. And every time it got better, just made it worse. When it got bad again, he'd make it sound like he was coming around. And then he'd be gone, wedding ring to the pawn, and my heart to the wind. But he could say the feathers off of a bird. He could draw a song out of the air. And he could weave a world with his pretty, pretty words. And then he'd lie with a smile in his eye, and he'd disappear. He was a cad.
You're talking about my daddy.
A no account and a no-show.
He wasn't all that bad.
Liked his cars,
He taught me Texas Hold'em.
his women, and his wine.
He wants to record top in my head. And now he's gone.
Deed right off of the shelf.
And I miss him.
I'd only known he put a lien on our home, I'd have killed him myself.
Mama!
But when he sang, a hush came over the birds. disappeared, and then he was dead. He was a liar, and he set me afire. That no account Cosmo Wire. I was very depressed during my 20s about my ill-starred love life, mostly. And I just really developed a singing style and a songwriting style that was kind of throbbing with misery. And so the fact that Ivy's mother is throbbing with misery about the miserable situation she finds herself in with her husband having essentially ruined their lives, plus he's dead, and she did love him, and he was hard to love, and all that stuff, and he made her life interesting but difficult. It really was right down my alley. So it's super fun for me to sing her part, thinking about all the different ways that it parallels my own story.